Hello, how is everyone today? We're back with streaming, yay! After not streaming since Tuesday? Because yesterday was like on the left side stream because of the podcast. But yeah, we're back and we are going to continue Dark Knights for Kurato's romantic ending. I don't know if you're going to end this time or if we need one more stream, but we'll just see. So yeah, without further let's just switch and go. This one. It starts to rain while we are heading home. The water soaks through my clothes, though I am not bothered by the cold. Kurato's injuries, they shouldn't get wet, right? I try to speed up the pace to get home faster, but he is walking like it does not even matter to him. Suddenly, he stops and covers his mouth, his body racked with coughs. He looks pained. He sways a bit and quickly loop my arm around him to support him. At the same time, I take a handkerchief from my pocket. Again there. I will bring you to an hospital or let me... I'll bring you to an hospital, let me call... No, don't. I'm reaching my limit. Don't let anyone find out. What? Once Kurato removes the handkerchief from his mouth, it is bright colored. Immediately, I reach for my phone and dial the emergency number. Hello? Please, someone! The beep suddenly stops. I'm relieved for a second, but realize the body picks up. I check my phone and notice the battery is dead. What timing? With a pale face, Kurato sags against me like he is about to collapse. The situation suddenly turns more dire. Let me hold you. The hospital isn't far from here. He stays unusually quiet. Anxiety fills my chest the longer he does not budge. Looking at him like this makes tears well up in my eyes. I do not want this to get worse. Please, Kurato, don't give up already. In reply, he lifts his head and takes my hand. Somehow, I manage to force a smile on his face. Don't cry anymore. Show me your cute smile again. It will heal my wounds. Hey, this is not time for being cheesy. How can I smile while you're hurt like this? His smile fades as he gently strokes my head and closes his eyes. He splits out of my arms and collapses onto the ground. His body starts to glow, and as it disappears, a little bunny is left in his place. What, Kurato? I crouch down and pick the small body to check on him. I let out a little sigh when I rest a hand on his ribs, and I can feel his heartbeat. Oh, thank goodness. But there's no way I can take him to the hospital like this. And the vet probably can't help either. Guess I'll take him home for now. Something warm streams down my cheeks, so different from the cold rain. I hold Kurato close to my chest and run towards home. I've been watching over Kurato since he passed out. Is he going to transform back when he wakes up? What if he's stuck like this forever? Get some blanket and make myself comfortable as I watch my transformed friend. My eyelids feel heavy, I should say though. This one. I wake up with my body half hanging over the chair. I must have passed out in the guest room. Ah, Kurato is still asleep. I gently touch his tiny body. It feels warm. I have class soon, but I don't feel comfortable leaving him alone. His body form is small enough to fit in my bag. It won't be a problem to take him with me, right? I just hope he doesn't return back at an awkward time. On my way to school, I encounter Ikuya. We greet each other casually, and I notice she's in a quite happy mood.
Diana, have you prepared your dress?
My what?
For the school ball, of course. Have you forgotten about it?
Oh, right.
Why do you look so nervous? Don't tell me you still haven't found a date.
No, that's not it. I asked someone.
Who is it?
Well, you'll see him there.
Oh, you sure are being
Bleh.
Oh, you sure are being mysterious about it. I'm looking forward to see what kind of person they are.
I show her an innocent smile, hiding any form of clue. Later at school, Yoshi joins our chat.
Hey Liachi, have you found a date for this weekend?
Are you seriously still going on about that?
Wait, so you don't have one? But I thought it might be...
Ikuya glances between Liage and me, pouting. The two of us give her a confused look.
I was trying to figure out who your date is. I had a good feeling it was Liaoji. After all, you two have been spending a lot of time together recently.
What? No. Liage and I look away from each other awkwardly. Ikuya's pout turns into a Cheshire grin.
Say Liaoji, you still haven't answered my question.
Why are you so flustered? I haven't asked anyone. I haven't accepted any invitations yet either.
I knew Mr. Class President was popular.
Hey, I've been busy. There's not much point in asking someone if I don't get all the preparations in time.
You can't make them wait. Soon, all your options will be gone.
Raji rubs the back of his neck and lets out a deep sigh. Fine, I'll get back to them. That's my boy. As we continue to chit-chat, I feel someone staring at me from behind. Curious, I turn my head and find crimson eyes glaring at me. Why is Chase looking at me like that? His fingers are tapping on the table, impatient. It seems he wants to talk with me, but is waiting for the right moment. Classes are over after a few hours. As I pack up my books, Chase comes over to me. Hey, what's up? He pauses for a moment, eyes pinned on me. Come with me. Without waiting for my answer, he already starts walking. Kurato is still... Hi Alex!
What's up,
How are you? Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Kurato is still in my bag. I hope this will be fast. I'm doing good. Weirdly, I follow Chase. Hey, where are you going? Just to a quiet place. Can't we just talk here? Once we go into another hallway, he turns to me. His behavior is making me flustered. Where is my brother? Aren't you supposed to know? He disappeared last night. Didn't you notice he was absent today? I don't know where he is. He met up with you last night, didn't he? How did you know? Isn't it suspicious when girls like you hang out around school at midnight? Are you going to spread it around? If you don't spill the truth, I might. I have no clue how he disappeared. As your brother, he should have left you a message at least. He said something about picking up a person from school. I assume he was referring to you. I guess he doesn't know about what happened last night. Pointing fingers at Kurato won't do any good. I need to think of something else. Jace tilts his head, waiting for an answer. You know about the recent murders, right? Yeah? I know about the zombies and the fact that you guys are hunting them down. Maybe he got taken down by them? Are you kidding me? There is no way he was taken by a zombie. Is there any chance he went after something else? Something else? What do you mean? I'm just thinking that maybe something else might have caused the death. Oh, do tell. Jace narrows his eyes, almost as if he sees through my half-truth. It feels like he is pressuring me to confess. Ideas rush through my mind, but I am not sure which is best to use. I am saved from having to respond by a voice calling my name. I turn through the sound to see someone unexpected walking toward us. Kurato? Hey, what are you two talking about? We'll continue this later. Jace glances at me once more before leaving. Saved in the nick of time. Once Jace is out of sight, I run up to Kurato and check up on him. When did you... Are you alright? Those injuries from last night... I had a feeling you were in trouble. You owe me one. Kurato shows a faint smile, but it is not long before his composure breaks. He brings his hand before his mouth and starts coughing. To support him, he leans against a wall. I gently pat his back and drop an arm around his shoulder. A moment ago, he just put in a tough act. I saw a cat and I was so confused. Because I was reading like too fast. Kurato lets out a deep breath and gives a reassuring smile before speaking again. Jay suspects you've replaced his appearance, right? Yeah, but I don't even know what happened. You could have just blamed me for it. I didn't really kill Blaze, did you? No, I just... How to put this? He's not dead, just gone for a while. I can give you details later, but I need... Falling silent, his eyes drop, and so does his entire body. Before I can do anything, he turns back into his bunny form in a flash of bright light. Wait, keep it together! I touch his tiny body and conclude that he has passed out. Oh my goodness, you had to scare me there. You had me scared there. I pick up the little bunny and stuff it inside my jacket. Iviana? What are you doing there kneeling down? I freeze up, startled. Out of all possibilities, it is Mr. Blanchett. I do not dare to face him. Pets are prohibited at school, and if he finds out, there is no telling what he would do. I lost my hairpin. Wait, now he wants to help me search. But I found it. Ah, I see. Be careful next time, and don't go wandering by yourself. Hearing so many things going on the news, I worry about you guys. I'm doing well, but thank you, Mr. Blanchett. I have some important things to do. Please excuse me. Propping Kuro against my chest, I pull the lining of my jacket close to cover the bump as I quickly dash past him. I return to my classroom and grab my bag before going home. Occasionally, I pull my jacket open to check on Kurato. He seems to be in a peaceful sleep. Silly bunny, all is worrying me. Don't think you're getting off easy just because you're asleep. You still have a lot to explain. As I walk down the street, I notice a familiar person walking in my direction. It is Shane. I greet him casually, while holding my bag up to cover Kurato. His eyes look at me suspiciously, and I cannot help but recoil. Before I could walk past him, he calls out to me. Diana. I'm looking for Kurato. I went to your place earlier, but he wasn't there. Is this some kind of stalker? So? You need him for something? Yes. Oh, well, I can leave a message if you'd like. No, otherwise I would have done so. He crosses his arms, eyes narrowing at me. While worried of his situation, I feel miffed that he still thinks I'm untrustworthy. Suddenly, I feel something tickling against my chest, crawling up. What the? Kurato, stop moving! Shin's gaze moves down to my chest, his brows raised in surprise. What are you looking at? Anyway, I haven't seen Kurato and I don't know where he is. Have a good day. I try to keep my composure as I walk away. My arms embrace the bulge tightly, afraid to drop the little creature. Once I reach home, I take Kurato out from my jacket. He quickly jumps out of my arms, and I give him an annoyed look. Can you not move so much? What would you do if he figured it out? Shin might kill you once he discovers... The little bunny averts his eyes and rubs its face. Hey, I'm talking to you. He keeps ignoring me and hops away to the living room. Sighing deeply, I go after him. What was that all about? There are parts of him I might never understand. Pato is now sitting on the couch, ready to turn it back into his normal self. When our eyes meet, he buries his face into his palms. You have no idea how I felt. I mean, when I was that close, I could feel your... I tackle him down on the floor. Ow! Ouch! I wasn't going to say anything weird. He gazes up at me while a blush crosses his face. I look down with narrowed eyes. Forget what happened. Sure. What about this? I become self-conscious when he grins at me. I have been sitting on top of him for a while now. I quickly crawl off and fix my skirt. When he chuckles, I strike a glare. I saw nothing. I take a seat on the couch and cross my arms. Anyway, thanks for taking care of me last night. I feel a lot better now. I know what you're about to ask. Story time, right? Yep, you promised last night. Takes a deep breath, as if to still himself before turning to me. As you already know, that bunny form of mine is a curse. Because I'm losing control of it, there's also a chance that I might stay like that permanently. I could guess that part. This is not really my style. Let me start with how I ended up in this village. He stutters frequently in the beginning, clearly not used to sharing his background. Despite that, I listen quietly, as he reveals more about himself. The bits and pieces finally come together. I hummed a bright tune on my way to school. I was restless despite the cheerful melody I was making. Hopefully, I won't encounter them today. Oh, who am I kidding? There's no escape since we're in the same class. While my mind was distracted, someone patted me on my shoulder. A girl with pigtails popped up from behind, then wrapped her arms around my waist in an attempt to lift me up. Without warning, she started swinging me around. Razumi, stop! But you're so cute and tiny. I'm going to faint. Haha, don't be so dramatic. I'm just teasing you. She stopped and put me down. Judging from the devilish smile on her face, she had no regret at all. I shook my head and tried to fix my clothes. Azumi was one of my closest friends. She was a few years older than me. Somehow, we got along. Are you looking forward to the school festival? I don't feel like participating this year. Why not? Don't give me that face, it'll be fun. I'd rather study for the upcoming exams. Haha, lies. I can't imagine you enjoying sitting there studying all day long. Razumi pouted, did not push further. I made it clear that I was not going to participate. We walked together quietly until we reached the hallways. You can find me in the canteen during lunch break. I'm heading off to class. See you later. She waved before skipping happily away. After she disappeared from sight, someone breathed into my ear. Hi. I turned my head to see a boy with grey blonde hair standing right beside me. In shock, I stumbled a few steps away from him. Roy, what the heck are you doing? Reading my body like usual. Anyway, you have it with you? Seeing the glint in his eyes, I looked away and tried to walk past him, but he quickly grabbed my arm. Wait, we're not done. Do you want me to tell the teachers you shitted? Roy took a piece of paper out of his pocket and waved it in front of me. That's my... The teacher will definitely recognize my handwriting. I don't know what will happen to me if he finds out. I felt my chest growing tighter and attempted to snatch the piece of paper away. Roy dodged it and pushed me away. He could take me on easily. I took out a bag of candies from my bag and handed it to him. Roy grabbed it from me with a satisfied smirk. He worthlessly turned away from me and went into the classroom. When are you going to give me that paper back to me? The boy did not reply nor look back. Hanging my head, I bit my lip and stood in place while everyone else around me went inside the classroom. I was not looking forward to see my other classmates. For some reason, I felt like they did not like me. They always stared at me every time I was around. After making sure Roy had gone to his seat, I set foot into the room. A heavy weight fell upon my shoulders when I heard the teacher's voice. Ah, Kurato, you're late. Huh? I just stood outside for a minute. No excuses, late is late. Please stay a little longer after class ends. Oh, okay. Avoiding everyone's gaze, I walked straight to my seat. Once I sat down, I felt somewhat safe again. Suddenly someone threw paper props at my table. I looked around and noticed the amused face of Roya. It did not surprise me. Annoyed, I grabbed the piece and tossed it back. Missed. He stifled a laugh, clearly mocking me. I could not help but tear a piece from my notebook and crumpled it into a ball. I threw it and another miss. At my third attempt, the teacher caught me and called the attention of the whole class. Embarrassment took over me. I don't deserve to be punished. Even though the teacher was talking to me, I did not focus on what he said. Let this be over. Let this be over. I merely nodded at whatever he had to say to me. Soon later, he continued the lecture. Having a sigh, I slumped against my desk, already feeling tired. Sighing shortens your lifespan, you know? My head turned to the boy sitting beside me. Then mischievous green eyes were looking at me, his mouth forming a crooked smile. Keep your jokes to yourself today. I've already gotten into enough trouble. What troubles? I'm sure this teacher has something against me. Doesn't he always treat his students harshly? That student would be me. I'm not an honor student like you, Tenshi. You must have done something wrong then. You're responsible for your own reputation. You're not helping. You know that? Sorry, buddy. Let me treat you to lunch. My gloomy expression quickly cleared up. During lunch break, Denchi headed out. I'm going to get melon bread for you. Wait here. He quickly dashed off to the canteen. Just then, I saw Roy approaching me from the corner of my eye. Pretending to be busy, my attention wandered off to the window. Suddenly, a hand grabbed my shoulder, and chills ran down my spine. Hey, why are you sitting all alone? Can you stop bothering me? Let me keep you company, hee hee. Roy casually grabbed a chair and put it next to mine, then sat down. I was not in the mood to talk with him, but he forcefully seized my hand before I could stand up. Hey, you forgot to give me something. Ah, just kidding. You didn't think I was serious, did you? Another boy approached us and stood before Roya. It was his little brother, Junuro. Despite being siblings, I did not often see them together. Junuro's golden eyes flitted between the two of us, and he pursed his lips. Roro, come here. I'm not a frog. Quit calling me that. Come here. What? Without further warning, Junuro grabbed Roya's arm and pulled him away from me. When they were further away, I could hear them arguing. I could not help but eavesdrop. When will you stop picking on Kurato? I don't know what you're talking about. It is obvious. Roy rolled his eyes and put his hands in his pockets. I found that his parents are working with ours. And you know how mom and dad are barely at home because of work. So we bully their son because they take time from our parents? I have my reasons. You're just making your reputation worse. If you keep going like this, I'll stop you myself. I don't care. This is not even your business. I quietly listened as the brothers continued to argue. I wanted to join the discussion, but I did not know what to say. As I was thinking, suddenly something just got pushed into my mouth. It had a soft texture with a crispy bottom. Sorry that it took a while. Everything was sold out, and they only had piece of bread left. I want more. The flavor that burst into my mouth was almost enough to make me forget about earlier. My favorite treat never disappoints me. I'm glad Tenchi is here. No one else in this class cared about me. Hey, what was that about with Roya? Oh, you saw it? Somehow it looks like you guys started to get along recently. No, you got the wrong idea. We're not even close to being friends. It's better if you two get along. It seems like a fun person, and is pretty popular around the girls here too. Maybe he can teach you a trick or two. Thanks for rubbing it in. Just kidding, I like your style better. Then she showed a bright smile and playfully patted my shoulder. After class ended, I realized that I had forgotten about Razumi. Hurriedly, I packed my bag and headed to her classroom. I found her waiting outside the classroom. Hey, Kurato, what's with that gloomy face? Sorry that I didn't come during lunch break. Something distracted me. It's all okay. But I have some important things to do later. So do you mind if I go ahead? Yep, I'll be fine by myself. Have a nice weekend. She waved happily and dashed down the walls. Once she disappeared from sight, I was drawn into my thoughts again. At home, so much homework to do. This will take a while. Let's start with history, the most fun subject. First chapter: 4 legends of this village. That sounds really interesting. Oh, I should take notes. I searched through my backpack but could not find my notebooks. Must have left them at school. Tomorrow is a weekend, so it won't be open. If I already to school now, can still make it. I left a note on the table just in case my parents returned before I did, then quickly headed to school. By the time I reached the school, the sky grew dark. The building was still open. My notes weren't at my desk. Maybe I should take a look at the lockers. I felt like I was the only one in this building. A short while later, I found what I was looking for. Whenever I forgot my stuff, it would be either at my desk or my locker. Suddenly, I heard voices coming from a classroom. Out of curiosity, I went to take a look. That's not so nice of you, Mr. Yonomi. I know it was you. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's been a short while, but shall I refresh your mind? One blackmail letter each week. You really are persistent, aren't you? But no matter how badly you want our family out of this village, it's not going to happen. I can hear a bunch of papers rustling, as if someone was waving them. You have no proof, Raya. We are just randomly pointing fingers. I wouldn't be so sure, Mr. Yonomi. I found a similar message in a notebook on your desk. It matched it perfectly. The notebook isn't mine. Really? But doesn't that pen in your chest pocket have the same purple ink? Oh, and there's your handwriting too. So, what if I did? Well, I believe you anyway. Is that so? Don't underestimate my connections. You'll be discovered soon. My family won't go easy on you. You're getting ahead of yourself, Roy. I'll make sure you won't be able to talk. What are you talking about? It went silent. Curious about what was going on, I peeked around the corner. I froze up once I see the teacher with his hands around Roy's neck. What? Is he trying to kill him? In panic, I look around the hallway, hoping another teacher would pass by. Suddenly, I heard a loud grunt. Wait, what? Ah! Told you not to underestimate me. You? What? Goodbye, Mr. Yonomi. Despite the bad feeling I had, I picked at him again. The teacher was on the ground, surrounded by a pool of blood. Roya stood over him with stained hands. My eyes stared at the water, shocked and horrified. The scene looked like a bloody nightmare. What happened when I looked away? Judging from the scene, it looked like Roya killed the teacher. Sudden voice snapped me back to reality, where he was looking in my direction with a cold smile. Hey, did you just see the whole thing? No. My legs finally managed to move, as if released by chains, and quickly ran to the exit. No, something was fishy about Roy, but this is insane. Did he really kill our teacher? How did he even do it? I'm not going to school for a while. The weekend passed quickly. I spent the whole time thinking about what I should do about Raya. In the end, I still did not have the guts to go to school. Honey, aren't you late for class? I don't feel good today, Mom. Is it okay if I stay home? Oh my, what's wrong? If it is something bad, I'll call a doctor. No, just some rest will do. Thanks for caring. Okay, let me know if you need something. I'm glad she didn't question further. after my parents left, I heard someone ringing the doorbell. My body got tense instantly, and my thoughts went to the incident on Friday night. I looked through the window and noticed my buddy, Tenchi, waiting at the door. Yeah, thought it was Roy for a moment there. Hey, what's up? We don't have class today, so I came to bug you. Really? Our teacher suddenly passed away, and they couldn't find a replacement yet. Oh, I see. Hey, are you feeling okay? I don't feel too good, so I wasn't planning to go to school. I rubbed the back of my head and looked away, feeling bad for lying. Well, since you're already here, do you want to do homework together? Sure. Luckily, I brought my books with me. We spent the rest of this day studying and chatting. And then she brought up the topic of Mr. Yanomi, the teacher who passed away. I could only nod stiffly as he rambled on about his grades. Hey, are you really okay? Maybe I should call. I'm fine, it's just. I looked at my friend, who was staring back at me in concern. Sorry. I know who killed Mr. Yonomi. From there, I decided to tell him about Roya, his bullying, and what I saw that day. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do if I were in your situation either. Why not tell a teacher? But what if they don't believe me? What if Roya tells them I cheated on the last test? Which would you believe more? You just need proof to convince authorities. We should collect evidence against him. Can you help me? Not sure if I can be of use, but of course. I stayed home for the next few days until I finally had the confidence to face Roya. Coincidentally, the day I returned to school was also the day the new teacher arrived. Hello, students. I'll be your homeroom teacher for the next semester. I hope we can get along. It was dead silent in the classroom. A gloomy atmosphere hung around. The previous teacher was quite liked by the students. It would take a while to get used to the new one. During class, I could not pay proper attention because someone, doubtfully Roya, was staring holes into my back. Hey, attention, Roy is staring at me. I can't tell since we're in front. I'm scared to turn around. Okay, I'll do it. Hey, don't turn around. What? I'm just gonna shake if he's looking. Don't, he'll kill you. What's he gonna do? We're in class. He can kill you later. So, he's looking? Nope. Really? I turn around and stare right into Roya's glare. Then she eyes his laughter behind the textbook. What if he's thinking of how to kill me? Don't worry. I'm here to protect you. And I'll call everyone I know. I was enchanted by his words and the confident gaze in his eyes. Until my fears were hardly quelled, tense gesture put me at ease. By the way, take this lucky charm. A rabbit? This is a lucky stone called Adventuring. Keep it with you and may your ovaries disappear like melting snow. Are you sure I can take this? Yeah, consider it a gift. Thank you so much. I will definitely treasure it. The rest of this day went smoothly, and Ray did not bother me at all. I got the feeling the charm did its job. The school festival was a few days later, and Razumi somehow managed to coax me into participating. Besides, with the charm that Tenchi gave me, I could do anything. I fumbled through my pocket, but soon realized it was empty. Did I forgot to take it to school with me? No. I'm sure that I checked it after I left home. Maybe I put it somewhere else? I searched through my desk and locker, but come up empty too. If it wasn't that at those places, it meant I dropped it or someone took it. Hi Kurato, what's wrong? Everyone is already outside preparing for the festival. I lost my lucky charm. It's really important. A friend gave it to me, but now I can't find it anywhere. Calm down. When was your last memory of it? I still had it when I arrived at school. Then it must still be on school grounds. Charms can't grow legs and walk after all. Come on, the forest race is about to start. We can look for it later. Razumi patted my head and smiled at me. Even though I was still uneasy, I had to play along. I went to my locker to grab my PE uniform, but I could not find that either. My PE uniform was supposed to be stored there, but was gone. Was bad luck striking now that I lost the charm? Or was someone messing with me? I have no choice but to go with my current outfit. Razumi and everyone else is already outside. Oh my god, this is loud. We gather at the forest for the so-called forest race. As the name said, participants had to aim to be the fastest. Perimeters were set up so that the forest was structured like a maze with multiple entry points, but only one exit. Students would pair up at different starting points, and the pair that found the exit first will win the race. To make things more fun, there were also printed arrows stuck on the trees, pointing in different directions to try and mislead students. Kurato, the forest race is about to start. This is your number. Your partner has the same number. 9. Who else has this number? I look around at my classmates. My aura, someone I did not expect started approaching me. Hey buddy! Are you 9 too? Such a coincidence to be paired up in this race. Out of all possibilities, it has to be Roya. Yeah. Stick with me, okay? If you walk off too far, we'll be automatically disqualified. I know, you don't have to tell me. Roy looked around, as if making sure nobody was near me. His serious eyes made the situation more tense. Hey, about the other night. I bet you saw everything, so why haven't you told anyone? Technically, you didn't saw anything because you didn't know how it went from the teacher trying to kill you, from you killing the teacher. You couldn't get away with it if you tried, but still, you had enough reason to tell on me. Alright, I know. You're scared of me, aren't you? It's all written all over your face, hahaha. I'm not. Little Kurato, you can keep quiet for me, right? I know you will. I'm going to tell everyone you killed our teacher. It's better off that. You should be thanking me. I didn't like you, remember? No, but I had no response to his taunts. Tears swelled up in my eyes, but I refuse to let him get the better of me. I shouldn't show any sign of fear, or he would take advantage of it. During the whole race, I was walking behind Roy. I was not focused at all and let him choose the route. After a short while, I managed to find the exit but ended up in 7th place. A week passed by. I still could not find the charm I lost. I had a feeling someone stole it, but I could not point fingers. Then she tried cheering me up by buying my favorite treats, but I still felt guilty. I returned to class after the lunch break. Once I entered the room, I noticed something strange. Okay, save. The right answer is inspect your desk. I noticed something scribbled on my desk. I went closer to check. Why man didn't... I didn't hear the little
Bling!
but that was the right one last time. Let me just load. Yeah, it's not popping here either. Okay, inspect your desk. This was the right one last time, so I don't know why now it doesn't. I noticed something scribbled on my desk. I went closer to check. My face turned pale upon seeing the notes written in dark ink. Then she stood next to me and gave me a bemused look. Wow, are those your nicknames now? Very creative. Hey, which one of you? I quickly covered Tenchi's mouth and shook my head. If anyone finds out, they'll misunderstand. I will just clean this up before the teacher returns. Well, okay then. Tenchi sat on my desk to keep it covered, and I eventually returned with a wet towel to clean the scribbles. My mind wandered off to the incident a moment ago. Such things happened before, but I had never caught the perpetrator or retaliate. Then she had always supported me, but it could not do anything either. Forming the teacher had not changed the thing. Just thinking about the situation lowered my mood. I had a feeling who could pull off such a prank, but I still had doubts because it could have been anyone. If someone was there to do something to me, they probably would have accepted it. I hear voices behind me. Hey, Yudai, are you coming to play soccer after school? Sorry, I have to help my dad. Don't waste your time on him. Come on, let's go. Next time, I promise. My dad just needs me for today. Whatever. Hey, show us some of your dad's tricks. We could definitely use them in biology class. And bring your tools to school sometime. I can't do that. I'm not even sure if Dad will allow me. To me, it looks like they're picking on you, Dai. It doesn't even realize that. It's obviously boy. During biology class the following day, the teacher brought in some anatomy sculptures. Some of my classmates were disappointed because they were expected to dissecate something. I noticed Yudai had an extra bag with him. It was slightly unzipped to reveal something shiny inside. He really did bring his tools to school. Once the teacher was gone, many gathered around him, curious about the oddities. I took a peek as well. So this is a cleaver. Wow, it's huge. How sharp is it? Show me. I'll need something to cut it with. Immediately someone went away to get something. Here's some paper. Yudai looked doubtful, but took it and tested it on the cleaver. The blade cut through the piece like butter. I could barely believe it. My classmates brought more items for Yudai to shop. Everything at a clean slice. Just look. Oops. Everything at a clean slice. Just looking at them going on brought me shivers. Going on brought me shivers. Something can definitely go wrong here. Can I hold it? It's better if you don't. Just for a second. Well, what are you students doing? As the teacher approached the group, Yudai hid his stuff, while others rushed back to their seats. I was just showing some stuff from my father's workplace. I see. May I have a look? No. Yudai shoved his bag aside. The teacher did not question him further. The class continued as usual. I caught my classmates exchanging notes while the teacher was not watching. I asked Atenshi about it, but I knew nothing about it. They're probably playing a game together. Obviously, I'm not invited. I rested my arms on the table and gazed at the chalkboard until class ended. The next day, Yudai arrived late at school. He looked unusually tired. Yo, have you been playing games all night? No. I forgot to take that stool home with me, and he found out. I need to bring him back before he gets mad at me again. You shouldn't have brought them in the first place. Hi Jig, how are you? Wait, I forgot, I have a comment for you. I'm good too. Okay, no me answered. I put the bag next to my desk. Where is it? Yudai began to walk around the classroom. His expression turned pale when the bag was nowhere to be found. Some classmates tried to help him search, while others, like me, pretended it was none of their business. The day passed by and Yudai's bag was still missing. No one had seen it since yesterday. More things are getting stolen, huh? Silently, Roya tapped my shoulder, a bright grin on his face. Hey, Kurato, come here for a moment. I followed Roya to the lockers. He hid something behind his back and looked around suspiciously. He checked to make sure our surroundings were clear before pulling out a bag and showing it to me. You stole Yudai's things? Don't call it stealing. I just borrowed them for a bit. I'm going to tell Yudai. If you want this, you should come to school tonight at 9 p.m. Huh? Why are you telling me that? It's more fun this way. I reached out to Roy and tried grabbing the bag. Unfortunately, he saw it coming and slammed me against the lockers. I repeat, meet me at school tonight to get this. If you want, go ahead and tell Yudai. As Roy walked away, I rushed back to the classroom to find Yudai. Luckily, he was still there. I wanted to inform the teacher too, but it seemed he had already gone home. Roy has it? That's great. Where is he now? He was in the hallways, but I'm not sure if he went home already. I'll come with you tonight. That night, Yudai and I met up before school. Roy was not outside, but the gate was unlocked, so I decided to go to our classroom. He might be waiting in the dark to scare us or something. My dad was upset I lost his tools. I promised him to get them back tonight. I don't know what he will do if I fail to. Is your dad that scary? He's usually friendly at the shop. That's just his public face. Normally he's moody, especially towards me and Mom. Hi Rosie, thank you for the care package. Oh, it makes me help out with so many things. I want to play more with my friends. He lets you take breaks sometimes, right? He doesn't. Eli's facial expression looked worse compared to the morning. I gave him a pat on the back. Honestly, I did not know him well. The only impression I got from him is that he often looked tired. In class, it was neither the most or least likable. His presence hardly stood out. It did not seem like we would get along very well. So I had no interest in getting friendly with him. We were surprised to find some of our classmates in the classroom. They were sitting around our desk, whispering about something. One of them had a lit candle. What are you guys doing? Shh! Look at the Scott! Have you seen Raya? No. The boy turns their back to us, continuing with what they were doing. I approached them. It seemed like they were playing a game. They had a bunch of notes in front of them. It looked like a scavenger hunt. Hey Kurato, help us. One of the notes says something in your locker. Can we go and take a look? Huh? What do you need from it? The notes just states the location. I was so confused about the rules, but I did as my classmate said. Did tagged with us? I did not want to wait for Roy alone. How do you guys get in? We've borrowed the keys from my dad. He got a day off tomorrow, so it won't find out. Ah, lucky. This place is so dark. I'm not sure if I can find it. Number 3110, no, 2019. I had my locker key attached to my house keys, so I always had it with me. I expected an empty locker, but somehow it was a piece of fabric. My classmate took it out of and folded it. I felt my face turn red. Is this your underwear? Haha, this rabbit print surely suits you. It's not. I don't know who placed it here. There. Sure. You can keep that. That's one more of the list. The next location is bathroom. I snatched the underwear from him and closed the locker door before stuffing it into my pocket. While the boys prepared to leave, Eli nudged me about Roya. Since we had not encountered him so far, we decided to follow this group for a short while. As time passed, I became more restless. I felt flustered at the idea that I was being trusted on something I was not sure of. Hey Kurato, I'm going to look elsewhere. Maybe it will be faster to find Roya. Okay, let's meet up at our class after 10 minutes. I don't have a watch with me. There are clocks everywhere in school. Just look at them. When I explored it alone, I realized how massive the building was. Without people, the place looked more spacious. The school was only made spookier by the excited owls of my classmates. The 10 minutes had passed. I went to the said location, yet I was not there. I waited for another 10 minutes, then decided to leave. It was almost midnight. Just before I reached the exit, one of my classmates ran past me in the hallway. He seemed to be in a state of panic. I hurried after him to ask what happened. It wasn't my idea. I don't know anything. What? They are bullying you, Die. I'm going home. Don't tell the teacher anything, or I will give you away too. Curious, I turned back, heading in the direction he came from. Judging by the voices, it was coming from my classroom. Standing in the hallway, I peeked into the room and saw you guys surrounded by the group. The expressions were all sour. One of them had a swollen cheek, and the faint light streaming from the windows. I saw a glint on one of the desks. He broke it, so we'll pay for it. Come on, you die. She said it was an accident. You don't know how expensive this cleaver is. I don't know if it's clever or clever. It can be repaired just by words. I have a message. I'm sorry. Okay. What do you want me to do then? Give me money or a new one. I don't have anything. Can't you leave this already? With a tense expression, Yudai charged forward to push the girl. Her body hit a wall, and she let out a pained scream. More irritated than before, she raised her hand and hit him back. The two fought for a moment, until the rest of the group separated them. I'm not going to pay you anything, you hear me? Then I'm going to break your stuff too. Where is your desk? His eyes searched the room until he saw the girl's desk. When he began moving, the girl screamed at the others to help. His eyes was already halfway breaking through her things before the boy stopped him. Tears welled up in the girl's eyes as she glared at him in rage. She immediately grabbed Yudai's cleaver from the table and threw it against the floor. Yudai reacted immediately and examined the object. The damaged handle broke off. A moment of silence, and suddenly he hurled it at her. I could not see what happened, but there was this awful sound, followed by a series of screams. Are you out of your mind? Hey, are you okay? I'm so done with you. Stop! I turned away and covered my ears. I had never seen my classmates fighting so brutally. The sound of clashing objects and screams shook my entire body. When I peeked into the classroom again, I caught Yudai's gaze. His bloodshot eyes were looking right at me. I saw his lips moving, forming my name, but I could not hear it over all the noise. I was too scared to get between them. They might come after me too. In the end, I decided to flee the scene and head home. Just before the exit, I glanced back in the hallway. It became deadly quiet. I could see an odd mark on the floor in the distance. After squinting a bit, another mark appeared. When I realized those marks were bloody prints, I felt my heart stop. I woke up in my bed. I shook my head clear, dismissing it was a dream, until I saw the rabbit underwear at my desk. The week had passed without events. Dear students, I have bad news to tell. Something unfortunate happened to the Kenjiri family last night. We can't contact them for a while. Does that mean we can't see Roy anymore? But my friend Junuru was just fine yesterday. Calm down. I understand you are upset that something happened to your friends, but right now, they can't come to school for a while. The students started to chit-chat after this unexpected announcement. I was bewildered for a moment and did not understand what happened. Hello, Kurato? You've been staring at the same spot for 30 seconds. Oh, Tenchi, I'm just in a daze. I thought you'd be relieved after hearing Roy is gone. You dislike him, right? Yeah. Your face looks tense instead. You wanted him gone, and now you're missing him? Well, They might come back later. Enjoy your freedom while it lasts. Then she patted me on the shoulder. I tried to force a smile. A few weeks passed, but the brothers never returned to school. I keep an eye on the newspaper. Apparently, something happened to the family, but it was not stated what. There were wanted posters around the village of Junura and Roya, but none of their parents. I did not know why. You look like you haven't slept for days. Nothing to worry about. Tell me. Well, Roya has been taking it on me for a while. I feel stressed out from the events that went in the past days. I told you this before and followed your advice, but even though he's gone, his image still haunting me. I want to say you shouldn't get stressed in the first place, but it's easier said than done. I rolled my eyes at her statement. In all seriousness, there is no permanent fix to this unless you change your attitude to the situation. It's either you or him. It is only a small bridge you have to cross compared to everything else later in life. You're telling me there are worse people out there? Yeah, kinda like that. She is one of them. Are you speaking from experience? Razumi smiled mysteriously at me. To be honest, I did not know much about her. She did not really hang out with anyone at school besides me. Did not know how we even get along. We were so different. Look what I bought. They say if you open this tiny box, you can make a wish. Razumi took a fancy metal box from her bag and pushed it into my hands. Why do you want me to open it? I can't open it myself, so maybe you can. I really want to see what's inside. I never heard of making wishes in boxes. I was doubtful, but she seemed in high spirits. I took a deep breath and opened the lid. My mind went totally blank when I peeked inside. There was nothing I wished for. At first, I thought the box is empty, but then black smoke spilled from the edge. I tried to force the lid closed, but smoke kept leaking out of it regardless. It was almost as if the inside of the box was set on fire. Suddenly, the smoke surrounded my hand and seemed to seep through my skin. I screamed out loud and dropped the box. For a split second, I thought I saw a large shadow escape the box. My face went pale. When I glanced back at the box, it was empty and clear of smoke. On the floor beside it was a silver cross necklace and a note. Hope, from a fool who opened the box too, and sealed it again. What? I was still shivering. I looked down at my hands, but there was nothing unusual about it. What just happened? Razumi, what did you give me? Huh. She looked as dazed as I was. That's why I couldn't open it. Her eyes looked surprised, yet her mouth formed a smile. It was not long before she let out a laugh. I accidentally called her name a few times before she turned attention to me. Where did you get that box? It's a long story. I didn't anticipate this, honestly. You saw that thing that escaped, right? Maybe we should go after it and put it back in? I'm sorry, Kurato. She turned around and let me clueless stare. Unsure of what to do, eventually I examined the box, making sure it was safe before picking it up. That night I could not sleep. Countless questions popped into my head. While I was staring at the ceiling, I noticed my environment becoming large. I raised my hand, but instead of a hand, In front of me was a small paw with dark fur, similar to a cat's. It mimicked any movements I made, almost as if it were my own limb. I tried sitting up, but for some reason, I had to roll myself over into my stomach just to do that. I quickly glanced at the mirror on the other side of the room, revealed that my whole body had transformed into a small creature. What am I supposed to do? It must be because of that box. That's right, Razumi gave it to me. She must know how to undo this, right? I did not know how long I stared at the mirror before I passed out. The next morning, I woke up back as my usual self. I decided to pay Razumi a visit at her place. I felt nervous after pressing the doorbell. What if she isn't home? Would she still talk to me after what happened? Maybe she knows nothing either. Who else would I ask about this? Oh, Kurato. I got with her student voice. Now that I was already here, I might as well ask. About yesterday. Come in, let's talk inside. Upon looking closer, I noticed the dark bags under her eyes. They did not seem like her usual cheerful self either. The place was tidy and quiet. One of the few things I knew was that she lived alone. So, I know what you want to ask. It feels pointless to tell you all, though. The girl rubbed her head, looking at my sad face. She let out a loud sigh and averted her eyes. I saw a box from a priest. He was practicing rituals and purifications. I thought the box had something powerful locked inside that could be useful. What were you going to use it for? For something. I'm mostly curious though. In case you're wondering, anyone could have opened that box. Or just there at the right time. It wasn't personal. I thought we were friends. How could you do this to me? It was an accident. I felt my eyes filling up with tears. There was a heavy weight lingering in my chest. Suddenly, there was a bright light and my body shrank into the same small creature I saw in the mirror last night. Not again. Razumi blinked at me, bemused, but then realization dawned on her face. This time the transformation only lasted a few seconds before I turned it back to normal. I see. It's a curse from the box. How do you revert it? I'm not a witch. I'd have to experiment with curses to know. Oh. Razumi held up a palm, and then used her other hand to pull out a can from it. It almost looked like a magic trick, except I had a crippling feeling it was no illusion. Her eyes were so cold. I stared at her in confusion. I'd never seen this side of her before. I stayed up late at night to practice some things. I can't guarantee anything, but if you'd like to try, I'd rather not take such risks. Prefer going to the priest itself. Don't. Razumi narrowed her eyes and slightly lifted her cane. I won't say anything about you. They won't find out you took a box. Yes, they will. These people are not dumb. Single hit end can lead to the root. My offer still stands. If you'd rather not do it today, you can come back anytime you want. Or even better, just forget what happened. I will take care of the thing that escaped from the box. Razumi gave me a reassuring smile. I left her place and went to the library. Razumi did not tell me much about what I can do. It might be better to do my own research. A few hours passed. The sky was already dark by the time I left the library. I found a few books regarding sorcery and curses, but there was nothing related to the mysterious box. Since Razumi can't help, it's really best to just ask the owner of the box. The next day, I head to the temple in the forest. I did not exactly know who to look for, but there was only one person there, one person around. The man was sweeping the floor and muttering to himself, "The box. The dangerous box." I approached him carefully, guessing he was a priest whom Razumi stole the box from. He did not speak of the box, as Razumi told me. But I did try to get more information regarding curses. The man also taught me a few simple spells that can ward off evil presence. It was genuinely kind, and I felt like returning to learn new things. The following days, I went to the temple whenever I had free time. The priest was usually occupied, but he always made a little time for me. I considered coming clean about a box, and brought a necklace with me as proof, but never found the right moment to do so. One night, when I returned from the temple, I saw some strange shadows passing by in an alley. I did not bat an eye. At it, and rushed to get home as soon as possible. Kurato? The familiar voice made me turn around on impulse. Hi! There was an ominous expression on Razmi's face, and her eyes were shining. She had a cane in her hand, the same one I saw when I first went to her for help with the curse. Without another word, I ran away as fast as I could. She called my name as she pursued me. When I looked behind me, what I saw rendered me speechless. She has wings? Is she an angel or something? Focus, Kurato, my house is closed. If I lock the doors, she shouldn't be able to catch me. Suddenly, I ran into someone and I almost fell to the ground. After getting my bearings, I extended a hand to the person I bumped into. I'm sorry. Tenchi? The heck, what are you running away from? Before I could answer, Razumi was already catching up. She threw a can at us. I cowered down to hide behind Tenchi. A loud gasp made me open my eyes. I held my breath as I stared at my friend's back. The end of Razumi's skin stuck out, having completely pierced through his torso. Blood was already pouring out. Tenchi fell on his knees before his entire body collapsed a few seconds later. His teary eyes were looking at me, but he had already stopped moving. I was speechless that I did not notice a large shadow landing in front of me. I looked up at Razumi's surprised expression. Within a fraction of seconds, my vision turned black, and it felt as though I was getting sucked up in the darkness. The last thing I heard was an unknown male voice shouting in the distance. What happened? What is going on? What? I woke up in the sunlight shining in my face. My body was so heavy, I could not move an inch. I'm in my bunny form again. I inspected my environment, but there was no one around. It was the same place, but it felt a bit different. Tenchi is not here, and did Razumi spare me after all? I didn't think I would pass out. What time is it?
Bunny!
There was a high-pitched voice, Nerdy. Then, out of nowhere, a little girl knelt before me.
Wow, you're all worn out. Let me help you. Please, hang in there.
Two gentle hands picked me up. I could not even struggle as the person held me tightly in her arms. We moved to a bench. She patted the dust off my fur. Her hands were gentle and warm. She took out a bottle of water from her bag and gave me some. It was as if she could read my mind. I forgot all worries and let myself enjoy the moment. I wished to stay like this forever. After my energy was replenished, she put me down and left me in the park. Could not let the chance slip by and hoped after her. She ignored me at first, but then let me follow. I was brought to a room. I suppose it was hers?
Wait here, Bunny. I'm going to get you some food.
After she was gone, I looked around. I know everyone in this village, but why have I never seen this girl before? She seems to be around my age, so she should go to the same school as me. I caught a glimpse of a calendar at the desk, then realized something was wrong. The date is different. The numbers are way higher than what it should be. The date must be wrong. My head was hurting from trying to understand the situation.
This box chai and water are for you.
After entering the room, the girl put the food in front of me and smiled brightly. There was something nice about her that made me feel at ease. As I began eating, my worries faded away.
Oh, you look so cute while eating. By the way, my name is Viviana. What should I call you? There is no tag or collar.
She rubbed her chin and leaned down to me. I stopped to look at her for a moment. I felt my heart skipping a beat.
Are you a girl?
I shook my head heavily in response.
Okay, you're a boy. Can I call you Kutu? Because you're cute.
I pointed my ears at that name. She almost guessed my real name correctly. She continued to talk with me even though I could not give much of an answer.
I wonder how you end up in the park all alone. Could it be a missing pet? Judging from this cross necklace.
When she tried to examine the necklace, I touched her hands. She tried again, but I kept avoiding her.
Why are you acting so difficult? I want to be sure if you got an owner.
The distracted face made me feel a bit bad, so I snuggled against her.
Oh, you're too cute.
She stuck on to my side for the rest of the day. While her pampering made me feel relaxed, I kept worrying that I would suddenly transform in front of her. I knew I could not stay for long. My transformations would only get in the way. I snuck out when Viviana did not look. Leaving the girl would make her sad, but I had no choice. It did not take long before I figured that I jumped through time. While exploring the village, I was convinced that a whole century had passed. I went to the address that I was supposed to be my home, only to find no building there. My parents must have been long gone. I tried to learn more of this world and making a living in it. I had no place to stay. I decided to find support at the police station. Because I had no clear background, they decided to put me up for adoption. I was lucky that a couple at the office was willing to take me in. It was not easy to blend into society. Many questioned my origins, and strange rumors about me were going around. I worked hard to clear the rumors, so that I would not land in a bad situation. I often snoop around my parents' workplace. There were several unsolved cases from my original era left aside. Cracking them was just a matter of making deductions based on my own knowledge of that time. To those found the information I shared helpful. I even got recommended to help out with investigations. I never stopped thinking about a box in my curse. I frantically went around trying to find more information. After some time, I also quickly figured out how the curse worked. Transformation would happen at specific times and only temporarily. I could never fully control when or where it would happen, but I've gotten better at handling it. I frequently practiced what the priest had taught me, owning my skills enough that I could hold my own if I were to ever have a supernatural encounter. There were a lot of legends that popped up during the years about ghosts, demons, and guardians. As it turns out, there were more kinds of supernaturals than the angel last time. Thanks to Shane, a hunter I met because of our parents being colleagues, I understood more about them. Years passed by. I managed to climb the ranks of the police force and eventually was given a promotion. I wanted to become an investigator for justice and save people. I felt like a dream come true. Congratulations, Kurato. You've earned this rank. Soon, you might be a special investigator, big boy.
Hehe.
That will take some decades. I'm not particularly talented. It's all hard work. There is another boy around your age working in the same section. His name is Shane. He is not much of a social butterfly, but I hope you get along. Yes, sir. After the promotion, I got invited to a training camp. I met a girl named Patiko. She was my first partner. It was nice to talk with someone with similar goals. By the way, you two will be working under two special investigators on a mission. Lately, there have been a few reports about a man hitting a demon in the forest. It was probably caused by something else. I suggest not to take it literally. Ideally, the goal is to confirm that the rumors are false and calm down the villagers. Expect good things from both of you. We both. I'm capable of it, sir. Two officers older than us entered the room then. Even though they introduced themselves, their names did not stand out much to me. Investigators usually work in pairs, but this was the first and last time I did. One of our seniors was a friendly woman. The other was more of a grump, his face constantly fixed into a grimace. Philip Atico and I in about the demon report, as well as our agenda. For now, we were only going to patrol around spots in the forest where the demon had been sighted. After the briefing, we headed for the forest with the investigators leading the way. I hesitated for a bit at the entrance, and my partner patted my shoulder before we entered. It seemed she could tell I had never been in this environment before. I did my best to look confident in front of my seniors. As we went deeper into the forest, the seniors went out of the path. I had no clue about the direction, so I just followed them. There was nothing really extraordinary in the environment. Suddenly, I saw a familiar shadow in the distance. Maybe there is nothing. We should head back to the office. We're not going unless I say so. I haven't explored the west side yet. Come on, Kuro. Don't look so tense. Besides, walking around the forest is definitely better than those training squads back at camp. Panic only builds within me. Every time I turned to look, the shadow seemed to be getting closer. Then I turned to look. My partner was no longer beside me. Patiko? Investigators widened their eyes. Both called for her name, but there was no response. Kurato, you should head back to the camp and report. Report what? If she's a real officer, she can find her way back on her own. The female senior briefly shot him a glare, then turned back to me. Listen, go back and tell the chief that Patiko got lost in the forest. Don't listen to her. We should finish the mission first. It surprised me that they started arguing. I glanced around. The shadow was gone now. Following my gut, I began heading back. Hey! The man tried stopping me, but she held him back. Something told me the situation was dire. Running back, I entered the office to see someone on the floor. Underneath his body was a pool of blood. When I tried to approach him, a gunshot boomed in my ears. Pain instantly burst in my shoulder, and I was thrown forward onto the floor. I thought you were on a mission. What was that idiot doing? The person turned away from me and for a moment. Officer? There were footsteps behind me, shuffling around the office. With a hand over my bleeding shoulder, I struggled to sit up, trying to see what was going on. A man in uniform was by a desk, rummaging through something. Within a second, I understood what he was doing. He's stealing the donations. And imagine someone else. The first thing that came to mind was the investigator tried to keep us in the forest. I can only assume they were working together. I should report this to the higher ups. This pain is hard to bear. With my good arm, I slowly reaches for my gun in my inner pocket. The man must have been keeping an eye on me, because he slowly turned in my direction. He kicked me in the stomach, causing me to roll back. I held my breath when I saw his gun pointed at me. Without any word, he reloaded it and prepared to pull the trigger. Time seemed to slow down when everything around me shrunk after a burst of light. My opponent was totally dazed from what happened. I took this opportunity to escape. I returned to the forest to find my superiors, but both of them were gone. At the same time, my transformations became more inconsistent, so I wasn't able to return to the village. I ended up spending weeks in the forest to investigate. The male investigator had properly killed his partner, then fled. As time passed, negative rumors were spread about me. Everyone thought I killed my partner and the higher-ups. After collecting enough information, I managed to track down the missing investigator. He had hidden my co-workers' corpses in his attic, which was enough to prove him guilty. So I turned him in and got promoted to special investigator. Kurato buried his face in his hands. I wrapped my arms around him and gently stroked his back. It's definitely when people you know are involved. I had many thoughts during the story. Kurato's life was one unfortunate event after another. If I had known, I would have done so much more back in my childhood. He looks up and touches my cheek. I realize it is wet. Why are you crying? Oh dear, I knew I shouldn't have told you. No, you should have told me this earlier. I always thought something bad happened to the bunny. I couldn't sleep for days. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't leave my side ever again. Kurato smirks and pulls me into a hug. Even though I said that, his actions made my heart skip a beat. Kurato rested at home the following days. Soon the day of the school ball approaches. It takes a while before I finally muster the courage to ask Kurato to go with me. This is quite an unusual request for your guard. Look, do you want to go or not? You're asking the obvious. He leans toward my shoulder and whispers into my ear. I'm waiting here, Cinderella. Then prepare my shoes, butler. This is funny. That Saturday night, we walked to the school since Kurato is basically homeless and cannot even afford a bicycle. Once we are at the school, we see many students in fancy wear, arriving in fancy carriage. While it does make our own entrance feel flat, at least ours is unique. Yoshi, I didn't expect to see you here. What, am I not allowed to be here without a date? You really couldn't find anyone? Just kidding, I'm here a discipline committee member. There won't be time for any flirting. Oh, at least have some fun. Thank you, I'll enjoy myself later. I find Kuya in the crowd. She seems busy with her brother and cheering on the attendees. After greeting her, Kurato and I continue moving through the crowd to the ballroom. First person I recognize is Jace. He stands against the wall with his arms crossed, watching people. I follow his gaze, only to realize he's staring at Kurato. I have a bad feeling about it, so I pull my partner's sleeve. Don't look at the corner. Jace is here. Jace is there. At least there is no more doubt and double trouble. Can't even handle a single trouble. Should give me more credit. Anyway, I don't think he will cause a fuss with these many people here. Let's enjoy ourselves now. We have the chance. He offers me a drink while I roll my eyes. I take it. I take a sip and let the atmosphere sink into me. After a while, the music starts to slow. Kurato takes a glass out of my hand and suddenly leads me towards the dance floor. I'm not the type to dance. Oh? Are you afraid to be the center of attention? Or could it be that you can dance? I can dance just fine. I roughly grab Kurato and pull him close to me. I put his hands in the right positions and glare confidently into his eyes. Show me how good you are. Of course, milady. Kurato grins mischievously as he makes the first move. I let my body sink with his as we dance across the dance floor. This is giving me a little bit of like Ladybug and Cat Noir vibe though. I thought this the first time, but now I'm saying it out loud. It begins slow and smooth, but then he would surprise me with a few sudden moves, like spinning or lifting me. I'd have to hold onto Kurato tightly, so I will not lose my balance. My cheeks go hot because of the little proximity between us. I can see the smirk on Kurato's face as he seemingly enjoys my reactions. Honestly, I want to stomp on his toes to wipe that smirk off his face. A while later, I'm going to catch some fresh air. I'll be back. Alright. Don't be gone for too long. I stand to the side and look around for familiar faces. I've never seen my classmates go all out with their outfits. A smile spreads across my face as I watch them having fun. My eyes shift to a lone soul in the corner of the room. I go to my friend Ryoji to keep him company. Isn't it boring to play statue the whole night? You're right. Maybe I should start chasing after people to spice up the mood. That would definitely be more fun. Why are you by yourself? Did your dance partner run off with some other girl? No, he's just taking a break. From you? I hit him in the arm playfully. I wonder how Ikuya's doing. She's having her time of life after dumping Ikuyo on some of her friends. Ah, not bad, girl. Ah, someone is going off limits. I follow Ryoji's gaze. Chase is skittering in the shadows, heading further into the school building. Luigi wants to go after him, but I offer my help instead. Leave him to me while you keep the order here. I will be one, Diviana. I hurry after Chase before I lose him from sight. When I try to call his name, he turns the corner in the hallway. Why is he in such a hurry? I decided not to call his attention anymore, but to follow him instead. Suddenly, I hear noises of an opening door behind me. Before I can turn around, a hand covers my mouth, and I get pulled inside the classroom. I try to kick the person, but the hand pulls back and finger takes its place. Shh, it's Kurato. What are you doing here? Hiding? Jess is looking for me, and I'm not in the mood to fight right now. What if I tell Jace too? It's no use. He knows about my past, and that I don't belong in this era. Then we can explain that there are more important things going on at the moment. Maybe he'll let you finish your job before he sends you back. Only Bliss has the power to send me back in time. I have a bad feeling about what Chase might do. Think about it. If there is no other way to transfer my existence, he might just kill me. Bliss was patient, but I think his brother is different. Anyway, Diviana, I can handle this. You should head back to the party. You're not telling me to do anything. I'll protect you, got it? I cross my arms so for my statement. He stares at me with a tight expression until he eventually sighs. Then Kurato engulfs me into a hug, one arm tied around me like a protective barrier, the other hand cradling my head into his chest. Hearing his heartbeat beating rapidly only makes my cheeks hotter. This is a dumb time to confess, but I like you a lot, Diviana. It hurts to see you worry, even if it's for my sake. I don't want to be toxic influence on your life. I'm doing this alone. Call me a fool if you want, but it's the only thing I can do for the ones I care about. I push myself off his chest to cup his cheeks, then look at him with determined eyes. I'm smiling, you can't see, but I'm smiling. I'm happy with this. If it's your choice to run away, then it's my choice to go with you. Kurato places his hands over mine, his expression softening. I still can't with those clothes. I think Nomi would love though. Once we leave the classroom, a shadow waits in the hallway. Chase stands there, with his arms crossed, glaring in our direction. I move protectively in front of Kurato. Huh? I know what you are up to, Chase. This isn't the right time. Time doesn't erase mistakes. I'm just here to do my job. There are still important things I have to do. If you erase me now, the village situation will only get worse. Spare your breath trying to convince me. You're just saying that so I won't kill you. Grace raises a hand, its bandage unwrapped by themselves, revealing a bright metal claw underneath. There is no light in its eyes, and I can tell that he will not be leaving until blood is shed. Wait, we can't fight here. The students will... The space around us drops, flooded with the color red. While it looks like the same building, I get the odd feeling that we were somewhere else. Welcome to the alternative world. It is real, but at the same time, it's not. Whatever we do here won't affect the real world. How do we live? That's for me to decide. Kurato, I'll hold Chase back while you escape from here. But Kurato just looked at me as if I just suggested to throw a kitten in front of a lion. Kurato pulled me towards him, frowning. What are you thinking? I'm not leaving you. Cutting him off, I whispered to Kurato about my plan. Admittedly, it is not a proper plan. It is just to buy us some time. Kurato will attempt to send Jace away, just like he did with Blaze. If Jace controls the space, then it will probably disappear once it does too. I have no way to confirm this, but it is the only thing I can think of. While Kurato is making preparations for the spell, I walked up to Chase. Come at me. Alright. Chase swings his claws through my head. It takes me everything just to duck to the ground. There is no escaping from his claws, so until a glowing circle appears above my head blocking it. I remember Kurato casting these spells during his previous fights. It must be his way to part me. Jace's claw has so much force that it managed to break through the shield anyway, but I roll away to dodge it in time. Without Kurato's help, it would have sliced at my arm. It's really not going easy on me, is it? More circles appear around me as Jace continues on the offensive. I cannot find any openings, so all I can do is evade his attacks as he keeps on swinging. It is hard to keep my focus as I get pushed at the back. Then I hear Kurato shouting at me. He's done sooner than I thought. Ifena, back away! I look behind me to see a mass of shadows rushing toward us. I'm too slow to react, so Kurato casts a large barrier around me. Meanwhile, it just gets engulfed in the darkness. Our surroundings then start to shatter, as though it is nothing but a mirror. The red vanishes in a flash, and the hallway returns to how it was before. Kurato grabs my hand and leads us through the walls. His hands feel clammy from sweat. Kurato, did it work? Even if it did, it's just temporary, unlike Jace's experience with moving through spaces. He pauses between words, appearing out of breath. Soon, he slows down his pace. Before long, an unconscious Bunny is in front of me. I scoop him in my arms and walk towards the main wall. So he's cursed, huh? How tragic. Jace appears right before me. I slowly back away while holding the tiny body in my arms. You know what? After everything that's happening, I changed my mind. You must have already be aware of the zombies in this village, and that we are after them. One of the main reasons we are here is because of them. The problem is that there's too many, especially since Blaze isn't here at the moment. Jace glances down at Kurato. He wants to help, doesn't he? Alright, I'll give him a chance. Hi, Oni! Are you still streaming? Oh, you raided Oboro. Okay. How was your stream? I will beat you. Did you have fun with It Takes Two and Showdown and Overwatch? I don't know what you were doing. I think you were also doing art one time. I'm not 100% sure. I was just lurking and picking from time to time. I hope everything goes well, and that after you remove those, you'll be able to eat without any problems, because I know that sometimes when you remove teeth, you need to be on liquid diet. So yeah, I'm good. I'm just My offline life has just been a little bit not messy, just things have happening to the point where I need to organize myself.
But I've been lurking when I can.
I hope you're feeling better though, also from the hospital, not only from the dentist. He wants to help, doesn't he? Alright, I'll give him a chance. Also, thank you for the bit. I don't know if I said it. I think I only just went to you like, hi, how are you? But thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. If he does his job bringing peace back to the village, I'll let him stay. How will he know you won't go back on your word? How will we know you don't come back on your word? Chase chuckles at my reaction and slowly walks toward me. Do it, and I'll help your friend with this curse. I wet my eyes at his offer. I have some interesting connections. Well, it's either that or I take Kurato off your hands right now. Fine. He gives me a familiar smile before turning his back to me. I hope Kurato agrees to this decision. I had no other choice that would save him. I kneel down to pick up the bounty. Footsteps from another direction approach me. The sight of Shane makes me sweat. What's he doing here? Did he witness everything? He does not say a word and stares down at the bunny I'm holding. Seconds pass by. I get ready to explain, but he cuts me off. I see how it is. Take care of him. Let me know if anything happens. Why is everything working out so well? Shin pats my shoulder and turns to leave. I decide to leave the party earlier. It is difficult to carry Kurato around the rest of the night, and I do not want to bother explaining to Ryoji and Ikuya how I have seemingly exchanged my date for a pet rabbit. Besides, I am worried about Kurato's condition since he had exerted himself earlier. Before I go to sleep, I check on Kurato. He's asleep soundlessly. I will tell Kurato about everything later. A few months have passed by. Kurato has been busy dealing with the possessed people. Even though he made a deal with Chase, we operate separately. The same goes for Shane. Even though he let us go, Kurato still feels uneasy for lying to him. During this period, I saw Blaze coming back to class. As Chase assured me, the twins are no longer pursuing Kurato. With more people working together to deal with the problem, the number of investigations have been decreasing. After Roya's death a while back, no new culprits have turned up. Thus, the presumption was that most of the events had been a result of his actions. Slowly, the people reported missing are being found. The sound of my alarm abruptly wakes me up from my sweet dream. Turn off the alarm and roll back into bed. Finally, silence. Morning, Diviana. Did you have a good sleep? I actually woke up before the alarm I set, so I thought I'd check on you. You have class today. All the umbrellas. I was trying to sleep. Annoyed, I sit up and swing my body to get out of my bed. My foot unfortunately gets tangled in the blanket, making me fall forward. Diviana, look out! When I open my eyes, I find myself hanging off the bed with Kurato holding onto my upper half. I quickly crawl up and he lets me go. How are you feeling today? Sorry for being so careless last night. You had to use a lot of your power, didn't you? I'm feeling perfectly fine, don't worry about it. I'm more concerned about you pulling an all-nighter to finish the paperwork. It's the least I can do to support you. You can always take a break if it gets too much. I know you don't have to keep repeating it. Anyway, I need to dress up. Excuse me. Kurato walks me to school today. Because it's his day off, he wants to keep me company during breaks. I go to the schoolyard to find Kurato. He's resting at the greenhouse. I make myself comfortable next to him and stare at the sky. Do you think you're capable of actually attending your classes now? Well, the work is almost done, so I have more free time on my hands. I'm considering it. Is there anything else you're holding back from me? I'm not sure if you do want to know. Tell me. Mischief glints in his eyes, and he leans down to place his lips on mine. Startled, I raise my arms to unwrap around his neck. I feel my cheeks heating up. I close my eyes and I enjoy the moment, not realizing when he had moved away. I'm glad I decided to say, I wouldn't want to part with you ever again. Romantic ending 4. And then we're done. Achievement: sugar, spice, and everything nice. 2 hours. I can do the prologue. Nah. So, it's been 2 hours. It's a good time to rate. So yeah, we are going to rate. So, yeah. Okay. Switch screens. So, we got all Kurato's endings. We enjoyed the romantic ending way better than last time when we got it accidentally. Next time that I play this game, we are going for Zakon's route. The guy, the red-haired guy, on the cave. We're going after that one. So yeah, let's just see who is streaming right now. Who do I send you people? Sikifar on. Yeah, it's just chilling. It's 11 hours, 11 minutes. So yeah, let's go to Kiefer. So I think it's doing karaoke. Or just vibing because I don't know what's going on. Here's a message for who is sub and for who isn't sub. And we're reading Kiefer. So yeah. Thank you so much everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ani, for the beats. And thank you for the follow. Next week, I still need to check on something. But I found out that on Tandem, the game I started playing last stream, I went back to find like the mysterious paintings that I was missing until there. And it seems like there is a story. And hi Waker, how are you? It's okay, don't worry. I'm glad we passed it by. But I went back and I got those. It seems like they tell us a little bit more of what is going on behind the scenes in the story, but yeah. We are a 10-year-old girl, so no dog. And yeah. Next time we play this game, I'll go after Zeiko. So Kurato is done. So yeah, thank you so much everyone who chat today. I really appreciate it, and until next week. Bye bye. And please rest, Waker.